Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sankara. In the recent past, there were differences, and as regards the noise pollution or public nuisance, lot of incidents are happening and they are taking political turn. People are going in front of the houses of the Chief Minister, they are chanting Hanuman Chalisa. In Maharashtra, these things are happening. Now, what about the noise pollution? Please know, the Supreme Court is very clear. It is very loud and clear on noise pollution. They don't want to encourage the noise pollution. In the law of torts, while dealing with the case of Church of God versus, KKR or JKR Majestic Colony, we have 2000, we have discussed that. No religion prescribes that the hymns should be chanted in mic. Of course, there they have taken the defense that the chanting of the so-called hymns or mantras, all these things will be heard to the persons who are not able to come to the mosque or who are not able to come to the mosque, church or temple. But Supreme Court never agreed for the same. Even when the so-called religious elders, religious priests were asked about the same, they said no religion says that the hymns should be chanted in the presence of the mic. So definitely it is causing noise pollution, and you may be knowing. A human ear, normally we tend to hear about 20 decibels or so. We can bear with 140 decibels hearing. More than that, normally it causes irritation, it causes anger. Ultimately, it is called public nuisance, where you can go and file a case of tort, or you can file a case of public nuisance. All these things you can do. So what about noise control rules? So even the Supreme Court of India on another occasion held that the collectors in the Uttar Pradesh state, yes, they have to observe or they have to make people aware about the noise pollution, and they have to actually warn all these churches, mosques and temples who used to have the high volume at the time of prayers. It should not be discarded. And noise control rules, they have to be clearly enforced. That is Pollution Control Rules 2002. The collectors must follow. So the sound should be minimum. And third point is, when late Sri Session was the Election Commission of India, he actually imposed a rule that right from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. no mics will be allowed, and luckily that is being continued. So this is nothing but nuisance, and it will be a public nuisance, and sometimes it may be a private nuisance also. Suppose if you file a case, if you refer the matter to the police, that is, if you dial 100 and say that these people are using mic, they are using DJ, and it is causing irritation to our ears, yes, the police will come and book him under the Town Nuisance Act. That you have to do. But what about religious institutions? This is the main problem, because it is a sensitive issue. In India, religious issue is a sensitive issue. Therefore, the collectors are supposed to observe or enforce the pollution control rules 2002. And why this noise pollution? What is the constitutional sanctity? Please remember, it is a protection under Article 21. Please remember, after a day's hard work, a person wants to come and enjoy his life in his bedroom, or he wanted to have a deep sleep. Suppose if the mics use the high volume, then he cannot have a deep sleep. It is against to Article 21 of the Constitution of India. Yes, the Supreme Court held that freedom from noise pollution is part of the right to life under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. So in the recent days, we have been seeing the tension over the use of loudspeakers in the temples and mosques. So Supreme Court judgments are intended to protect the citizens from becoming forced audience to the noise. We are becoming forced audience to the noise. So sometimes we can't do anything. Suppose if it is from a temple, we can't do anything. So we will become forced audience. Supreme Court says you should not become forced audience. So please remember, noise interferes with the fundamental right to live in peace, and therefore to protect against the forced audience, definitely the court has to interfere. Please remember, no one can claim fundamental right to create noise by the amplifying the sound of the speakers. So please remember, they have to enforce the noise pollution or pollution control rules. So they can use to a minimum bearable level. If they don't use, problems will come. So many Navneet Kaurs will go to the residence of CMs and they start chanting Hanuman Chalisa, which is not correct. So please remember, there is a law. The Supreme Court is very loud and clear in noise pollution. So this much if you know, it is sufficient. So KKR Majestic Colony, Article 20 of the Constitution, please know. Thank you very much.